What's up, guys? Welcome back to Big Block Blu-ray. It's been a while. Feels like it's been a while. I don't know how long since my last video, but it feels like I haven't talked to you guys in a while. So got a little update video for y'all today. You can see what I got for the first couple of weeks in July. And not as many pickups as I have been getting in the past, because I have had to slow it down a little bit since my wife's not bringing in any paychecks. But still got plenty of good things to show off. So yeah, let's get into it. First, I do want to give a shout out to a guy that has been supporting my channel from the very beginning. And he's from the UK, and his channel name on YouTube is Oben1. I want to give him a shout out and say thank you, man, for supporting my channel. He's actually working out a trade with me right now. And the dude's just been super cool. He does have a YouTube channel. He does do some videos, link in the description. But he's one that doesn't show his face. He just shows the things that he gets and things like that. I think there's a couple videos where he shows himself walking around. But anyway, just wanted to give him a shout out because I felt bad. I've never given him a shout out, and he's been there since day one. Always commenting on my videos. Always, you know, just hitting me up in my email saying, "Hey man, how's it going?" You know, he's just super cool guy. So thank you, Oben1. I just watched Rise of the Planet of the Apes earlier this morning. To get ready tonight, me and my popsicles are going down to the cinema, and we're going to check out Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. He is a huge Planet of the Apes fan, and I wasn't until this last movie with James Franco. I just checked it out again, and man, that's a good movie. It's so good. So I can't wait to see this one. Everybody's saying it's so much better, like The Dark Knight compared to Batman Begins, or I've seen it compared to the Star Wars, the Empire Strikes Back compared to the first one, so it's got to be good. So I'm hoping, you know, my expectations are high, and I hope, you know, I hope it's good. So, but it's not in the IMAX. That kind of surprised me. They still have Transformers in the IMAX, which I did see last weekend. I went to Louisiana to my best friend's house, and I helped him out. He got him a new ride, a new toy, and we got it all loaded up in his shop. And I dropped the trailer. We were putting it on the ball of his truck, and the trailer dropped on my pinky toe and pretty much broke it. So it's black, and I can hardly walk, and I haven't been able to hit the gym in a week. So yeah, that's enough about my life. I did just finish watching the Lego Movie too, and that was good, man. It was so good. It was such a well-made movie. It was very funny, very good. So I enjoyed that. I got it out of Redbox, so I'm gonna try to return it and get either Under the Skin or maybe the Grand Budapest Hotel. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But let's get on with this update, because I know that's why you're all here. First up, we have Final Destination 5. I picked this up at Big Lots, as you can see, for $5. I saw a thread on blu-ray.com that was talking about a whole bunch of Blu-rays at Big Lots, like Cliffhanger and all this, but I didn't realize the thread was like really old. So I happened to be over there by Big Lots, so I just swung in there. They didn't have any of those titles on that thread, but they did have this one. They still have the Adjustment Bureau, which I got in a few pickup videos a while back. And yeah, I love the Final Destination movies. I think they're super cool. They're super creative in the way that, you know, the people die in them. And it's not your typical slasher film or, you know, some crazy maniacs killing people. This one's, you know, a different take on it. So I believe this one wraps up the whole series. This is the only one I have now. I'm going to have to buy all of them. But I have seen the first 3, I believe. The last one I've seen, a girl died in a tanning bed. So I think that's the 3rd one. And a dude got his head chopped off in a weight bench. So anyway, I think I've seen the first 3, and I know there's the 4th one and this one. So I think this one wraps it all up. So I want to check this one out. And I got a lot of movies in October I'm going to be watching, you know, for Halloween month or whatever. Next, we got Stallone in Lock Up. If you have not seen this film, you need to see it. It's 80s cheese. It's amazing. It has Donald Sutherland. He's awesome. It's about Stallone getting locked up in prison and his like struggles and the way he's trying to get out. It's a great movie. So you know, I'm trying to get all those 80s movies I grew up watching. I picked up Tango and Cash in one of my earlier updates. I'm picking up all the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. You know, I'm gonna get all the Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. But But I'm picking them up slowly. You know, when I see them on sale, this one was $5 on Amazon. So when I see them on sale, things like that, that's when I go ahead and grab them. Next up, I got this with my Disney movie rewards points. That's Unbreakable. I love this movie. It is fantastic. It has a cool story. This was back when M. Night Shyamalan was creative and, you know, made great movies. This one I believe he made right after Sixth Sense, which is another great movie. And it's just a great movie, great story. It's cool. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Next we have, oh yeah, like I said, I got that with my Disney movie rewards points, so all I did was pay like $2 for shipping. Next up we have Quantum of Solace. This now completes my Daniel Craig James Bond series. I don't have any of the other James Bond movies. I do like Pierce Brosnan as James Bond, but the ones before that were way before my time. I never watched them. I'm not really interested to. So I love Daniel Craig as James Bond. I know this is not the best movie, but Best Buy had these on sale for $5. So I picked this one up just to complete the Daniel Craig trilogy. I think he's coming out with another one, so look forward to it. I love Skyfall. I love Casino Royale. This one I thought was good, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't as good as the other two. Okay, and my last one you know how I do. I always do non-slip covers first, then slip covers, and then special editions or whatever you want to call it. So last but not least, I got to give another shout out. 4K Cinema, which we all know. If we don't know him, go sub to him. But he's been shouting out this guy. He just came on the scene to the Bluetooth community. His name's KillaTape93. And he showed this off. He's got one pickup video, and he showed this off, and he said he got it at Target. So that's Jacob's Ladder. This movie freaked me out as a kid. There's a scene in this movie where there's a taxi cab or a car driving off, and there's like some kind of alien or demon or something in the back seat, and he's like shaking his head like this in the back seat. That scene has stuck with me my entire life. Like, I remember seeing it as a kid, and I was just so freaked out. So he said he got it at Target, so the next day I ran to Target. There it was in the $5 section. I picked it up, so thanks KillaTape93. You the man. I think right now he only has about 18 subs, so go sub him if you like, you know, the pickup videos, because I believe that's what he's going to be doing. So go check out his channel, link in the description. $5, Jacob's Ladder. This movie's crazy. It's an old school thriller / demon, crazy, scary movie, as far as I can remember. Now I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so that's another reason why I wanted to grab it. And I'm gonna pop this in whenever the next time I get a free, you know, when I'm not trying to watch new releases or some kind. I'm gonna pop this in because I want to revisit it. I'm not waiting until Halloween, which I don't think it's a Halloween movie anyway. So that completes my non-slip covered Blu-rays. Now let's get into the slip covers. And let me tell you, friends, this pickup video was damn near dedicated to slip covers. It's funny how that works, you know, like one pickup video, I got a ton of Steelbooks. One pickup, it's just the ebb and flow of the market, baby. Just however you can find, you know, what goes on sale. So it wasn't like I was trying to do this, but this is how it went down. So first up, I found this at Target when I was in Louisiana with my best buddy Josh, and I tried to get him to do a video with me. We were going to review Transformers since we were going to see it, but he didn't want to, which I respect that. But anyway, I found this at Target. We went Blu-ray shopping at Best Buy and Target over there. I asked him if there was any places around his house that sold Blu-rays that, you know, wouldn't be around my house, and there really wasn't. So anyway, found this at Target, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines with the slip. And I found it for $7.50. I had to pick it up because after I show you my next pickup, you'll see I've got all the Terminators now with either slip covers or in steelbook form. So yeah, I found it with a slip cover and I snatched it up right away. I was actually trying to find that on eBay and I wasn't having luck. But what I did find on eBay was, bam, Terminator Salvation. I got this one for, I believe, $5 shipped. I think I paid like $3.25 for the Blu-ray and then like $2 shipping. So it was like $5.25, something like that, with the slip. and he had it shown in the ad. Make sure, guys, if you're trying to pick up movies, especially with slip covers on eBay, that they have their own picture showing it, because I got screwed on The Sandlot. Where it showed in the picture, it was a generic picture. It wasn't one like on somebody's desk or something. And they had a picture of the slipcover, and they sent me just the Blu-ray. And then I contacted the guy. I was like, I want the slipcover. It's cool. It looks like a baseball. He's like, I don't have it. Just send me the Blu-ray back. I'll give you a refund. I was like, I don't want to do that. That's hassle. So I kept it. So anyway, long story short, make sure they have the picture or contact the seller first and ask him. Next up, we got Limitless. I got this at Best Buy with the slip, and I picked it up at Best Buy. It's on sale right now for $7.99, I believe. This is a really cool movie where Bradley Cooper takes a pill and it starts increasing his brain power. It sounds a lot like Lucy, which is coming out now in the theater. So it's a cool movie. It's fun. It's a cool idea. It's one of those movies that makes you think like, man, that would be cool, if that was possible or whatever. Another movie, In Time, another cool idea. Wasn't executed the best, but I still liked the movie. It was very interesting, a different take on our future. How I do believe, like in the near future, that everyone's going to have a chip in their arm or in their wrist or somewhere where there's not going to be any money anymore. You're just going to go to whatever store you want. They'll scan your chip. They'll put your money on your chip. Everything will be on your chip. And then the government will know where you're at all times. I believe that's going to happen in the next few hundred years. But anyway, there's a take on this movie. It's called In Time. You have your time that you're going to live in your arm, and when you work, you earn more time, and it's things like that. So it was a cool idea. I thought it was a fun movie. It has Justin Timberlake, Amanda Seyfried, so good time. It was $7.99 at Best Buy. Next up, we got The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. I got this at Best Buy for $7.99 too, I think. One of these was $9.99. I don't remember. I think Savages was. But anyway, this is another one I watched on cable actually like a week ago. And I liked it. I thought it was cool. Jim Carrey's character was cool. Steve Carell's character was cool. I love Olivia Wilde. She's awesome. She's also in Time. And she's beautiful. But yeah, I thought it was a fun movie. It's a goofy comedy, so check it out if you can find it on sale. I picked up Runner. This is another one that Best Buy had on sale. Fun movie. I did enjoy it. It reminded me a lot of our trip to Cancun because it's all set in, I think it's Puerto Rico or Cuba. Maybe it's Cuba. So it's a very tropical movie. I love those kind of movies. Like there's lots of beach and good-looking places, good-looking women, fun. It's about poker. It's about gambling, not really poker. But it's a good movie. Ben Affleck's good in it. Justin Timberlake's good in it. Oh, I got 2 Justin Timberlake movies. Yeah, I really thought he was going to be a crappy actor when he first came out, and I've really enjoyed pretty much every movie he's ever been in. I wasn't the biggest Ben Affleck fan at the beginning, but he's really grown on me. And now I'm excited to see him as Batman, so let me know what you guys think. How's he going to do as Batman? And then last but not least, as my actual slip-covered Blu-rays, I picked up Savages. This is a cool movie. I saw this on cable, Showtime, something Stars. Has a lot of great actors. You got Taylor Kitsch, which I'm in love with here recently. I just feel like he's a fantastic actor. Blake Lively, super hot. You got Aaron Johnson, John Travolta, Benicio del Toro, Salma Hayek. I mean, come on. That's a hell of a cast. So it's a good movie. It really is. It's about these 2 guys that I believe it's been a while since I've seen it, but they make weed or something like that. And they make like, it almost sounds like Breaking Bad. Like they make like the best weed. And they get hooked up with this Mexican cartel, and you know what happens after that. I mean, that never ends well. So now we will get into just my slips. I picked up a lot of slips this pickup, whatever you want to call it, these last 2 weeks. I ended up getting most of these. Well, I'll tell you where I got them. But anyway, I got the slip for Dread. I didn't have this slip. I picked up the 3D version of Dread at Best Buy a while back on sale, and it didn't have the slip, so got this one off of blu-ray.com. I believe I bought this one and these next 4 for 20 bucks. The next 4 are slips from the man himself, Metrock. Now I got these 4 off another member off of blu-ray.com who got these from Metrock. So I didn't get these from Metrock personally, but he got them from Metrock, and then he was selling them, and he had this Dread slip, and I asked him, could I just get this Dread slip, and he said, you know, I would really rather a $10 minimum order. So I went ahead and I saw he had these 4 from Metrock, and they were all movies that I didn't have a slip for, so I went ahead and got them. First up, we got 21 Jump Street. Amazing looking slipcover. Super cool. And then next we got Law Abiding Citizen. Now I think that's just the cover of the actual Blu-ray, but it looks great. I'm really excited to have slips for all these movies. Next up, we got Lord of War. That one's beautiful. Look at his eyes in that slipcover, just beautiful. There's the back. And, wait, that was all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So that was the 4 I got from the member on blu-ray.com. And then a few days ago, I was in Target, and I saw they had a Taken 2. And I needed the slip for it, so I bought it and then just returned the movie without the slip. I'd already bought the movie a while back in one of my other updates. I think my last update. So got the slip cover for it from Target. And then I ended up, I remember off, oh, okay, this was off the same guy, I believe. Or I don't know, I'm getting mixed up, guys. How can I remember all this? You know, write it down, you idiot. But anyway, I got this off a member off blu-ray.com. There it is. The Sandlot, the slip. Yes, I had to pay for it. So I had to buy the movie and then buy the slipcover, but I got it. So I'm super excited. I love, 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 love this slipcover. It's so cool looking. So yeah. Now the next 5 slips I got from Metrock himself. So I seen all you guys. Shouts out to Brett the Movie Guy. Shouts out to, who else? Nick Darden. All you guys are getting they got slips from Metrock, and I was checking out their videos. I was like, man, I gotta do that. So I got 5 slips from him for 20 bucks. I think, yeah, 4, 8, 12. Yeah, 20 bucks. Yeah, 4 bucks each. That's including shipping. He ships them in these nice, you know, plastic cases like these had, and they're just amazing. Amazing, guys. So here we go. First slip I got. This is my favorite Western of all time. This one and Tombstone are my absolute favorites. And they're personal to me just because me and my dad have watched them together so many times. So it's just, you know, special to me. So first up, we have Young Guns. And there wasn't a lot to choose from. You know, this movie's not very popular, so there wasn't a whole lot of artwork to choose from. This is just the front cover of the Blu-ray, but these look amazing, man. They really do. These are like works of art. Next, what do I want to show you next? These are so nice. I got the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, I didn't have a slip for this. I do have the Steelbook, but I'm gonna keep this Blu-ray also with the slip because I think it's awesome. I actually won the Blu-ray in Dr. Movie 91's contest. Next up, we've got Iron Man 1. That was the only one I was missing a slip for. I got the Iron Man 2 slip. So I went ahead and bought this one. Next up, we've got Captain America, the First Avenger. I absolutely love this artwork. I thought that was amazing looking, so that's the one I picked. There was a lot to choose from with Captain America. But yeah, I love that artwork. And last but not least, the only one of my Batman movies I didn't have a slip for, The Dark Knight. I thought that was an awesome looking slipcover. So there's the back. So there you go, guys. Those are all my slipcovers for this haul. Now we'll get into my Steelbooks and then I have one box set. First Steelbook, I did a trade with JB, the Kryptonian guy. I think that's what he used to be named, but now he's the movie vlog. Link in the description. He wrote me a note that says, "Hey James, so glad I was able to swag you this awesome looking Steelbook before it sold out completely. This also marks our first trade. Hope and looking forward for more trades in the future. Keep up the great channel. Thanks again, JB." So there it is. And he snagged me from Canada, 300 Rise of an Empire Steelbook. I really wanted this movie in this Steelbook, so I reached out to him, and it was only in Canada. I have the 300, the first 300 Steelbook and the Digibook, so I had to add this one to the collection. So thank you, man. Awesome trade. I'm sure he'll show what I sent him in a future video. The next trade I did was with Blu-ray. Link in the description. You guys know, if you've been following my channel, how much of a huge fan I am of Man of Steel. It's probably tied for first as my favorite comic book, superhero movie of all time. I loved it. I didn't find not really anything wrong with that movie. I know some people don't like it. That's fine. Not everyone has to like it. So Blu-ray reached out to me and he was like, "Hey man, I know that you had said in past videos that you were looking for this, and I have it, so if you want to hit up a trade." So we did. And he sent me the Man of Steel Steelbook. So super excited to have this. It's going to look great right there next to my 10 and my Digibook. So yeah, that's the only thing that I hate, is that you guys can't see my Superman because I block it whenever I'm in my videos. But if I can make myself invisible, I would. And my chair invisible, and then you can see it. But anyway, yeah, super excited to have this. Thank you, Blu-ray. Link in the description. Next, we have the Evil Dead. I picked this up. I noticed that Frediculous was talking about in one of his videos that he picked it up off of Amazon, and that it was on sale. So I went ahead and snagged it. It's a cool Steelbook. It's only like 10 bucks, so just figured I would add it to the collection. And then last, we got a couple of Steelbooks from Zavvi. I always end up buying a couple of Steelbooks from Zavvi every month because, they have them so cheap. And their shipping is so cheap. Their shipping in American dollars is like $1.50. So I don't know how they swing that. I mean, I'm guessing they pay the rest because shipping to the UK is minimum 10, 15 bucks for the cheapest, version. So, but they only charge you $1.50, and I got this one, Dick Tracy. This is one of my favorite movies from my childhood, and I got it for, I want to say, after the exchange rate, for like 15 bucks. So can't beat that, man. I mean, shipped to your house, 15 bucks. So anyway, it's a cool movie. And last but not least, I finally got this. It finally went down in price enough for me to buy it. It was still about 22 bucks American, after the exchange rate. And that's Iron Man 3. I love this Steelbook. It looks great. I haven't opened it yet. I like this movie a lot. A lot of people, just hated it and, hated it because of the Mandarin. And to be honest, the first time I watched it in the theater, when I came home, I was mad, they blew it up like the Mandarin was going to be, I was excited for Ben Kingsley to be the Mandarin, and then they hit you at with that swerve, and it's just like, what? But I watched it again on cable, and I've seen it maybe 3 times now, and I enjoy it a lot. It has a lot of good story, a lot of, heart in the story focused around Tony Stark. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. And last but not least, I found this in Louisiana when I went with my boy to see to see my buddy. And I finally bid on it. It was only $19.99. This, along with The Sopranos, is my favorite TV show of all time. I love this show, and I was so sad when Andy Whitfield, he tragically passed away from cancer shortly after shooting this first season. So they had to replace him after the first season. And actually, when the second season came on, I was so heartbroken over Andy Whitfield being not the main star that I didn't really like it, but I went ahead and I kept watching. And I ended up, you know, liking the guy that replaced him, but that's Spartacus. If anybody hasn't seen this show, I urge you, I beg you, please watch this show. If you like 300 or if you like Gladiator, any of that, this show is amazing. Like in like maybe the 6th episode of the first season, I actually cried. And like TV, movies, things like that, very, very rarely make me cry. And that's how attached you get to these characters. I know a lot of people have talked about Game of Thrones being that way, or I haven't seen True Detective, so everybody says that's one of the best shows ever, but everybody said that about Breaking Bad, and don't get me wrong, I really like Breaking Bad. It's a great show, but to me personally, it probably wouldn't even be in my top 5, just because I would probably never watch it again. I mean, I watched all 5 seasons on Netflix. It took me like a year to watch it all, and it was a good show. Don't get me wrong, great show. You know, it had to be a good show for me to invest 5 seasons worth of Netflix a year to watch it. So I liked it a lot. I liked it a whole lot. The acting was superb. The writing was superb. But this show right here is one that I will definitely watch again and again. It's so good, guys. I mean, if you haven't seen it, please see it. And now, it is graphic. There are some brutal deaths. There are a lot of boobs, a lot of sex scenes. There's even some homosexual scenes in it, but it's the same as, you know, Game of Thrones, same type deal. But, I mean, the show is amazing, so I think I've said enough about it. Look at that. We're at the 30-minute mark again. I'm telling you, I can't make a pickup video without it being 30 minutes. But I did want to go ahead and show this off, too. I found this at the flea market. It's not rated, or it's not from Marvel or DC or whatever. It's not, you know, it's from China. But I thought this was cool. I was walking around the flea market, and I came across this lady who had a knife shop, and she had this sitting out there, and I was like, what is that? So I went and looked at it and opened it up. There's actually, as you can see, there are 3, I guess you would call them knives, but they're actually little batarangs, and they're super cool, and these are really sharp. Like, it ain't no joke. So I thought this would be cool to display on my shelf. Yeah, like I said, it's not, you know, I know there's like a true batarang version out there. I can't remember. Somebody in the community had one. I don't think it was Jordan, but somebody did. But anyway, you know, it was 16 bucks. Comes in this little case. So I thought, why not? You know, I'll buy them. I thought it was cool. You know, at least I support the movie community, whatever, you know, at the flea market. I looked all around that flea market for Blu-rays, and there was only one guy I found. And he wanted $8 of Blu-ray, and a lot of his Blu-rays were like the $5 titles at Target. So I just kind of looked for a second. I was like, and I just pieced out, because I was like, I'm not going to pay $8 for a movie I can get for $5 at Target, brand new. I mean, he did have some there, like Wreck-It Ralph, and he had the Justice League Paradox Flashpoint or something like that, which I picked both of those up, and I was thinking about buying them, but then I ended up, I don't know, I just got turned off by him for some reason. So I didn't buy anything from him, but I did find a lady selling these, so I thought that was cool. So there you go, guys. 30 minutes. Listen to me ramble. I appreciate it. Check out all those guys I talked about. Links in the description. And let me know what you think of my slips from Metrock. Let me know what you think about my trades. Let me know what you think about my movies. Let me know what you think about my batarangs. Don't talk mess, or I will chunk a batarang through the screen. Bam! No, I won't. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.